By mid-2026, the decentralized finance ecosystem operates under a new set of rules. At the center of this shift is the Uniswap protocol, which has completed a structural evolution, abandoning its original governance-only model. It has reorganized into a mathematical engine capable of capturing global network fees and funneling them directly into a central destruction mechanism. This architecture resolves a long-standing paradox in decentralized finance. It allows the protocol to extract cross-chain algorithmic revenue without distributing direct yield, steering clear of traditional securities classifications. This transition rests on three key pillars. The first is the V4 smart contract architecture, an execution layer optimized to maximize capital efficiency and eliminate deployment friction. The second is the unification economic pipeline. This system intercepts trading volume and programmatically converts it into an automated reduction of token supply. The third pillar is the quantitative re-rating of the asset itself, driven by the expansion of this exact fee capture pipeline across high-volume Layer 2 networks. Together, these architectural and economic upgrades form a cohesive system engineered specifically to settle global institutional capital flows at the trillion-dollar scale. Capturing sustained protocol value dictates a strict prerequisite: the execution layer must operate with absolute efficiency. In previous iterations, specifically Uniswap V4, the protocol relied on a distributed multi-contract factory model. Every single trading pair required a separate, gas-intensive smart contract deployment. This compares legacy V4 multi-contract routing against the new V4 singleton architecture. A central pool manager acts as a unified ledger. Inside, flash accounting takes over. Transient storage cells update net balances internally, bypassing external transfers. Tokens move only at final settlement. By batch processing these intermediate steps, the protocol reduces gas costs for complex multi-hop routing and arbitrage trades by 34%. Efficient pipes only matter if they capture value. The unification governance upgrade activated a programmatic fee switch, bridging the gap between V4's execution volume and actual economic retention. To understand this mechanism, we must differentiate between two distinct revenue streams. Liquidity provider fees remain entirely within the pool to compensate participants. Protocol fees are separate. This flowchart maps volume splitting. Protocol fees bypass the pool entirely, routing into an immutable sink known as the token jar. This jar accumulates raw asset fees. Next to it is the fire pit, programmed with a hard-coded threshold of 4,000 uni. Converting the token jar's raw assets into burned uni does not rely on centralized price oracles or internal decentralized exchange routing. Instead, it operates via a permissionless arbitrage auction. When token jar assets exceed 4,000 uni, a searcher injects the required payment into the fire pit, which instantly releases its fees to them. The fire pit then routes that UNI payment straight into the mainnet burn address, removing those tokens permanently. This specific pipeline is a legal necessity. Driving value through deflationary supply pressure insulates the token from being classified as an unregistered security. Value accrual is executed entirely by external market competition. The system translates trading volume into a self-sustaining economic engine, requiring zero centralized treasury management. This deflationary engine was initially restricted, but the deployment of a universal adapter, known as the V4 Open Fee Adapter, changed that. It expanded the protocol fee extraction beyond Ethereum mainnet and into 8 major Layer 2 networks. We can model the mathematical impact of this expansion. Under the early 2026 baseline, a mainnet-only capture generated roughly $26.5 million in annualized revenue. That baseline exposed a mathematical flaw. It left the protocol trading at a speculative 73 times revenue multiple, and the resulting burn rate barely offset the 20 million UNI tokens issued annually to fund the protocol's growth budget. This table projects the fully expanded fee switch. Applying a blended take rate across cross-chain volume jumps annualized revenue to $231 million. This compresses the valuation multiple to 8.35, projecting 11% annual supply deflation. Because UNI is an Ethereum native asset, fees captured on Layer 2 networks go through a multi-stage mechanical bridge process. Specific bridged fire pit contracts automatically initiate cross-domain messages, burning the Layer 2 tokens and finalizing the withdrawal to the Layer 1 destruction address. Pushing fee extraction logic to the network's edges rapidly converts the asset from an inflationary governance tool into a net deflationary cash flow vehicle. While alternative networks capture fragmented, high-frequency meme coin volume, Uniswap's optimized architecture points toward a different sector entirely. The protocol is positioning itself as the default settlement layer for tokenized real-world assets, a market that crossed $20 billion in on-chain value by mid-2026. Institutional capital requires liability protection. By adopting the Wyoming Decentralized Unincorporated Nonprofit Association, or DUNI, legal wrapper, the DAO secured the compliance shield necessary for traditional asset managers to engage with decentralized pools. The integration of BlackRock's BUIDL tokenized treasury shares on the Uniswap X routing engine proves this infrastructure can handle institutional scale. Traditional finance institutions now utilize the protocol for atomic, MEV-protected rebalancing. They can swap interest-bearing treasury shares directly for transaction-ready stablecoins, bypassing traditional banking hours and settlement delays entirely. Recognizing this transition, global banking institution Standard Chartered initiated coverage on the asset, projecting a strict re-rating based explicitly on the capture of tokenized asset trading volume. This timeline maps Standard Chartered's trajectory. Driven by institutional adoption milestones, the bank set a long-term price target, escalating from early 2026 levels up to $100 per token by the end of 2030. That target rests on a specific assumption. It requires regulated institutions to route tokenized bonds, funds, and credit products through public decentralized liquidity pools, rather than building isolated, permissioned private networks. By combining the absolute execution efficiency of the V4 architecture with the deflationary mechanics of the unification pipeline, Uniswap has successfully engineered the foundational settlement infrastructure for the tokenized financial system.